Are we alone in the universe? Is there a portal to the past? Can we physically travel through time? And can a person come back from the dead? These are just a few of the questions that have continued to baffle and bewilder us. Though many have tried to answer them, not one definite conclusion has yet been given. This show will tackle that which is unexpected, unexplainable, and unorthodox. Is it destiny's sleight of hand, or is it a nudge from God? Or maybe it's simply a matter of science. Chances are, anything is possible. In October of 1987, an image of the Blessed Virgin Mary figured in a string of peculiar occurrences. It started with the emission of a rose-like scent, followed by the appearance of a weedy herb, and finally, the shedding of tears. 22 years later, and the peculiar events continue. The image has come to be known as the Our Lady of Amor Seco.
Kaya po nandito siya, may ano po siya, may amor seco sa mukha.
Minsan nga lumuluha pa nga. Hindi ko alam baka kako yung mga nangyayari sa ating kuwan, kaya siya umiiyak. Gusto niya siguro magbago na tayo.
Bakit hindi ko nakita yung mukha niya? Punong-puno yan. Punong-puno ng mga amorseko. Yung bulaklak ng amorseko na ano.
Doon naniniwala naman ako sa kanya dahil nung makita ko si Mama Mary, konti yung... Tapos after mga 2 hours, yung mukha niya lumitaw.
The Nuestra Señora del Amor, or more popularly known as Our Lady of Amor Seco, has had her share of miraculous stories, but not everyone knows of her history. The miraculous statue was previously housed in Campside Kiddie School in Pampanga. As all icons go, the image of the Virgin Mary served as an implicit symbol of one's faith, until one fateful day in October of '87, when its presence became more conspicuous.
Ang boss ko pa sabi ko, Ma'am, yung Mama Mary po nagkakaroon po ng mga dumi sa mukha. Sabi ko, baka nilagay mo, sabi niya. Ay, hindi ko po, ma'am, kako. Hindi ko po bibiruin po ang mahal na ina, kako. Kahit ganito lang po ako, malaki po ang respeto ko sa kanya, kako. Dumating po yung boss ko, kinuha po niya yun. Nung pagkuha po ng boss ko, pinag-isalalim po ng base po ng Blessed Mother. Tapos po, nung sa mga ilang oras po, nagkakaroon naman sa uli. Pumupuno naman yung mukha niya.
Romeo Pabustan, or Brother Romy, was the school janitor tasked to take care of the Virgin statue. He thought nothing of the unusual incident and assumed things would get back to normal. But things didn't get back to normal as Brother Romy expected. In fact, the image continued to grow weeds, and 4 days after the first incident, water started to stream down from the statue's eyes.
Nung minsan, bigla nga ako, hindi ko alam kung bakit parang nakita ko lumuluha. Nung lumapit ako, talaga palang lumuluha siya, basang-basa dito. Hanggang sa lilayan, tinawagan ko mga kapitbahay namin. Nakita nila.
Pumasok po si brother. Sabi niya po sa akin, tawag sa akin po dyan, puso. Hindi mo ngilaw ni mama, sabi niya po sa akin. Nakita ko po si mama, lumuluha.
Nakita po namin nandito siya, nakaupo siya.
Bakit ang luha niya tumutulog? Sabi ko, Diyos ko, umiiyak ang big. Sabi ko.
In 1997, much to the surprise of Brother Romy, red, blood-like fluid started to flow down the statue's eyes.
Nasa altar po siya noon. Tapos nag-release po ako noon. Eh, nung 4 na ho yun, bubuksan namin po yung ilaw. Doon namin nakita na umiiyak pala siya ng dugo. Nung pagbukas ng ilaw, tapos nakita namin tumutulo na, yun po, pinicture po namin siya noon. Pagmula po nun, di na sa umiyak dugo ulit.
But blood wasn't the only liquid that streamed down the statue's eyes. There was also a time it gushed out fragrant oil.
Pag nag-oil naman po yung mukha niya, makita mo, kintab na kintab po yung mukha niya. Tapos pag ginawakan mo po siya, may oil po siya. Tapos yung oil po niya, nangyayari po yun, month of October.
Brother Romy was not a mere witness to the unnatural occurrences. He in fact claims that the Blessed Mother gave him the ability to heal people, a gift he has been sharing for the past 22 years.
October 23 po, 1987, 3 o'clock in the morning po yun. Nakaramdam po ako ng init sa kamay. Pagmula ngayon, sabi niya, magagamot ka. Gamitin mo ito sa magandang paraan. Na gamitin mo ito sa mga may sakit.
But not everyone welcomed the thought of a healing janitor. People criticized, questioned his motives, and even mocked his so-called abilities.
Marami na po sinasabi na hindi maganda sa amin. Siraulo daw po ako. Ano daw pinagagawa ko. Tapos, tinuloko daw yung mga tao. Doon po nakakaroon na po ng mga pain na sasaktan ka dahil totoo po yung nakikita mo, mas marami naman yung hindi naniniwala.
Through the years, people slowly learned about Brother Romy's healing abilities and the miraculous occurrences surrounding the image of the Nuestra Señora del Amor by word of mouth and through the media. Even well-known personalities have visited the miraculous statue to seek help.
Sila Homer, sila Brother Romy, lumapit lang kay Ton sa taping niya. So parang in-invite lang siya kung pwedeng mag-raise dun sa Our Lady of Amorseco. Parang meron silang ikokoronahan si Our Lady of Amorseco. So umuo si Ton, tapos sinama niya kami, ako, tapos ibang friends namin. Tapos simula nung naging Marian devotee na kami. Minsan nag-invite sila, siguro mga 5 times yun. May taping kami pareho ni Ton. Talagang regular taping namin yung araw na yun. Tapos ilang beses yun na napapack up that day yung taping namin. Talagang para maka-attend kami. Siguro 5 times nangyari talaga yun.
Up next, how did the seeds of faith get planted in the hearts of the devotees? The testimonials when Chances Are returns. Religious apparitions always generate a lot of intrigue and interest from believers and skeptics. Like moths to a flame, the attraction and temptation to get close are just too hard to resist. This is especially true for the followers of the Nuestra Señora del Amor, or the Our Lady of Amorseco, who look to her as a beacon of hope and healing. Brother Romy claims that he was given extraordinary healing powers by the Virgin Mary. And many devotees believe that Brother Romy has cured them, like Mila Lampa. Mila led a simple life. With a stable relationship with her family and a thriving business, her life seemed uncomplicated. That was before she found out about her illness.
Kapatid ko, sama-sama kaming matutulog sa isang higaan lang. Sabi ko nung nakapako ng paggising ko yung isa kong breast. Ay ate, sabi ko gano'n, ba't para akong may nakakapa, sabi ko gano'n. Tapos sabi ng ate ko, ko sa kanya, pinahawak ko. Ay, sabi niya, patingin mo na. Akala ko yan na hindi naman cancer, basta pinaalis ko lang. Tapos nung lumitaw sa biopsy ko na carcinoma siya, kumbaga sa stage 1 pa lang naman ako. Hanggang 2, ganyan.
Kahit sino naman, alam mo, sakit na cancer is nakakamatay yan. Medyo ang reaksyon mo doon, medyo malulungkot ka. Maglulumo ka, ganun ang nasa isip ko noon.
But Mila and her family did not lose hope. They were determined to battle the disease together. The chemotherapy sessions, however, took a toll on Mila, and there were times when she felt like giving up.
Pag chemotherapy ko, talagang masakit. Nagsusuka ako. Lahat ng katawan ko masakit. Kala ko nga noon hindi ako talaga magsusurvive.
Mila survived her first battle with cancer. But the fight was not over yet. as the cancer just transferred to the other breast. Armed only with the belief that Our Lady of Amarseco would not let her die, Mila forged on.
Pag pinupuntahan ako na sina Mama Mary, minsan idadalaw nila si Mama Mary sa ospital, sa amin, sa bahay namin. Tapos nagdebota ako kay Mama Mary, tsaka yung mga kasamaan namin, sina Brother Romy. Tuwing misa, tuwing vigil, kasama ka. Yung dasal, yun lang. Yung tinutulungan ako na ako makasurvive sa sakit ko.
Bawat magpa-check up siya sa Manila, kasama ako, pag nakita na yung result, sinasabi ng doktor niya na okay na. At least alam ko na yung kalooban ko sumasaya rin dahil at least wala na yung ibang mga problema sa kanyang naging sakit.
Of course, behind the claims of Marian apparitions will always come questions of authenticity and charges of deception. And alongside the staunch supporters will always stand the doubting Thomases. Danny, not his real name, claims that he took his ailing sister to Brother Romy and the miraculous statue to attend the healing sessions.
Taga rito rin sa amin, sa barangay. Niyaya yung mother ko na pumunta sa Amarseco para isama yung sister ko na nagka-brain tumor. So pumupunta-punta sila doon nung mga times na yon. Nagdadasal at nag-aan sa miracle ni Amarseco. Pero mga ilang buwan din yung pabalik-balik sila doon. Parang hindi rin gumaling yung sister ko.
And Danny's apprehensions were somehow validated when his sister finally succumbed to the illness.
Medyo nawalan din ng gana, although sinasabi nga nasa faith pa rin yun kung talagang gagaling ka, sinasabi nga. Pero medyo nawalan din na medyo believe dun sa Amarseco na parang yung milagro niya siguro baka hindi lang napanahon dun sa kapatid ko pero parang talagang totally parang nawala yung paniniwala.
Arthur Serrano, an ex-seminarian, is also hesitant about believing the so-called miracles of the Our Lady of Amarseco.
We made them as a representation ng image talaga ni Mama Mary. Okay. Pero hindi siya mismo si Mama Mary. And that image was created by man. And since it was created by man, so hindi pwedeng magmilagro yung ginawa lang na yon. So para sa akin, ang pinaniniwalaan ko lang, it's only the Creator who can create miracles.
Arthur adds that one should practice some restraint when dealing with miraculous proclamations, unless they are issued, supported, or approved by the Catholic Church.
Siguro, yun, before we believe sa mga ganyan, siguro we have to ask the person in authority. Let's say, we have to ask the side of the Catholic Church kung anong magiging stand nila, and then when the Catholic Church declares it really miracle, then siguro that is the time for us para maniwala tayo sa mga ganong bagay.
Next on Chances Are, we dig deeper into the case of the virgin that grows weeds. The plant for which the Our Lady of Amarseco is named is a weedy perennial herb also known as the love herb. It is indigenous to many tropical countries and grows in open forests, pastures, along the roadside, and just like any weed, just about anywhere that soil is disturbed. But how did the weeds end up on the head of a religious icon? Was it Mother Nature's handiwork? Or did the Blessed Mother put it there herself? Miracles are believed to happen in our everyday lives. Some consider waking up in the morning from a deep slumber the simplest. But there are some miracles that aren't as simple, such as Our Lady of Amarseco. In our quest for answers, we sought the help of botanist Professor Nestor Bagino. He was tasked to investigate and observe the mysterious blossoming of the Amarseco on the statue. The Amarseco is a kind of grass. Its scientific name is Cenchrus echinatus. Cenchrus meaning the middle and echi meaning spike-like. The Pampangueños call it Amarseco, but it is widely known as kawit-kawitan or the sandbur.
Commonly found in open places at low and medium altitudes, it could also be considered a troublesome weed when they grow on lawns, especially when the fruit clings to one's clothing.
Amor seco, like all plants, their bodies are composed mainly of cells whose cell walls are of cellulose. They belong to the same family where palay, mais, kogon, and even the bamboo. From the context of the people of San Fernando, Pampanga, is normally found in ordinary backyards right here in the city.
But can these plants really grow on a wooden statue?
The things that were seen on the hair of the Mama Mary statue is the fruit of Cenchrus echinatus.
The professor believes that without the basic sources of nourishment and the proper environment,
actually, the fruit on the hair of the statue should not be there in the first place because the vegetative part of the plant is not found on the hair of the statue.
But how can the professor explain the appearance of the grass on the statue, considering it is usually kept in less than ideal conditions?
Okay, I'll tell you this. The mother plant that bears the fruits that we know as amor seco are anchored on the ground and they bear the fruits. The fruits cannot be carried away by wind. They can only be detached from the mother plant when an animal passes by and the fruit of the amor seco stick to the fur.
In nature, flowers reproduce and are fertilized in a process called pollination. The pollens present in plants contain male gametes or sperm to where the female gametes are contained.
The male provides the pollen, and the pollen brings in the sperm that fertilizes the egg of the female flower. And then hence you have the embryo, and then the embryo becomes what we call the seed.
Professor Bacchino surveyed the surrounding area in search of an amor seco sample. This sample will be compared to the grass that was found on the statue.
If the thing that we took from the image, when we slice that open and find seeds, and it compares identical with the ones that we have collected from the field, then they belong to the same species.
He brought the sample to his lab for further tests.
Kaya dinala natin ang mga specimen ng amor seco ay para patunayan na ang galing sa buhok ng imahen ng Inang Maria ay pareho doon sa specimen na kinuha natin sa field. Yung paghihiwa o pagdadissect para makita yung loob ng prutas ng amor seco.
Professor Bacchino studied both samples under the microscope to determine if indeed the species were the same.
Ang naked eye, ang tingin sa specimen ay hindi masyadong klaro. Kaya inilalagay natin sa dissecting microscope para makita yung detalya. Sa pagsusuri ko, ang specimen galing sa field at saka yung dumikit sa buhok ng imahen ay parehong species.
So now we can conclude that the amor seco sample taken from the statue of Mary and the one taken from the grassland in Dolores come from the same species. And since these weeds do not thrive on wood, it remains a mystery why they grow on the face of the statue.
Iyan ang hindi natin maiintindihan at maipapaliwanag. At iyon ay open for debate. Hindi pwede yung isang theory na tumubo yung halaman ng Amor Seco doon sa imahen. Kasi walang masyadong light sa loob ng pamamahay ng may-ari doon. At wala rin yung mga tubig, abono, lupa, wala. Ang imahen ay napaka-tuyo.
Up next, the believers, the non-believers, and even the scientists have spoken. Will the Catholic Church break their silence now? Find out when Chances Are returns. Since 1987, the Our Lady of Amor Seco apparently appeared to her devotees and performed miracles that changed lives and gave hope to thousands. Throughout the years, the Catholic Church has remained mum on the alleged apparition. What will it take for the Vatican to give its nod of approval? For the past 20 years, parishioners of the Our Lady of Sorrows in Dolores, San Fernando, Pampanga have been supporting the movement led by Brother Romy. So far, church authorities have not made a stand on the extraordinary occurrences. But this devotion to what is believed to be as a miraculous apparition has caused the parish to lose some of their parishioners.
I wanted to reach out pero sarado sila. But because of this Nuestra Señora de Amor, so I tried my best to look for the leader kasi maraming mga devotees. Hindi lang dito, ibang lugar. Pag may schedule ako dito, sabi ko, bakit saan yung ibang mga leaders? Bakit mga nasisimba? Nandun po kay Brother Romy. Saan yun? Sa Virgen de Sulpot o Amor Seco. Yun ang sinasabi.
Although the parishioners have the freedom to form and join religious communities and prayer groups, the Church still wants its people to remain Bible literate.
Ang mga tao, kung kulang ng pag-aaral at pag-guide, magiging panatiko. Which hindi dapat mangyari. Kailangan naiintindihan kung paano sumampalataya.
In the Catholic teachings, all Marian images, statues, and icons are merely representations of the Mother of God. The image of the Our Lady of Amor Seco is made of mulawin, a type of hardwood that is commonly used in sculptures of religious images.
Kung walang guidance, sila sinalanang at akala na mag-i-interpret sa Biblia at mga ginagawa, hindi na magiging kasama, kundi magiging separado na sila, magiging, ang kinatatakutan ko, magiging kulto.
In order to understand the extraordinary occurrences attributed to the image of the Mother of God, our team consulted with Rogelio Cahipe, an expert woodcarver from Paete. He has won local and international woodcarving competitions. Rogelio owes his expertise to his years of experience in this field.
Medyo humanga ako kahit na may kaunting napansin tungkol sa pagkakagawa. Halata mong more than 70 years ago na siya ginawa dahil may kakaibang texture at yung kahoy na ginamit sa kanya maulawin. Common na kahoy na ginagawang santo noong mga unang panahon, simbahan ang gagaling ng mga kahoy.
Further examining the image of Mary, Rogelio finds it also baffling how the Amor Seco weeds grow on the image's face.
Pwede yung lumot kung ang rebulto ay madalas na nababasa. Pwede siyang tubuan ng lumot. Pwede rin namang kabuti kung ang kahoy ay nabubulok.
Rogelio is not only adept in woodcarving. Let's just say he also learned some of the tricks of the trade. We also asked him about the mysterious oil and water-like fluid gushing from the statue's eyes.
Kung sasadyain mo siya, pwede mong mapaiyak ang isang rebulto sa pamamaraang paglalagay ng kung anong chemical sa loob ng kanyang ulo. Babayakin, tapos didikit ulit. Pagkatapos, pwedeng by the time goes by, matunaw yung asin na may pintura o may pangkulay. at maring lumabas dun sa pinagbutasan ng mata, pinaglagyan ng mata.
After examining the image, Rogelio finds nothing unusual about how it was crafted. He says the explanation for the so-called unnatural occurrences can either be one of two things.
At sa palagay ko, isa lang naman yan. Ang maaaring kasagutan dyan, may naglagay o may himala na talagang lumalabas yung rebulto para mamasyal. Kaya nagkakaroon ng mga ganong halaman sa kanya.
To date, the Holy See has studied only 295 cases of Marian apparitions, and of that number, only 12 have been given the nod of approval of the Vatican. Does Our Lady of Amor Seco even merit a second look from church authorities, much less her followers?
In other countries, there are church-recognized phenomena involving the Blessed Virgin. Two of the most famous examples are Our Lady of Lourdes in France and Our Lady of Fatima in Portugal. In the Philippines, there have been many pronouncements of miraculous events, but none of them have made it to the Vatican for review.
Magmula pa noong kauna-unahang kapanahunan hanggang ngayon, wala pa tayong na-recognize na authentic na phenomenon or phenomena related sa mga statue or mga images dito sa Pilipinas. Sa ibang bansa, mayroon na mga recognized na authenticated ng simbahan. Pero sa ating bansa, wala pa po tayo ni isa.
Monsignor Pedro Quitorio, Media Director of the Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines, says proving or disproving the authenticity of alleged miracles is taken very seriously by the church leaders.
Yung mahirap kasi pag ang pinoprove mo ay divine intervention. Napakahirap po niyan because hindi lamang science ang pinag-uusapan. Merong pinag-uusapan yung pananampalataya ng mga tao mismo doon sa area.
The church's biggest fear is for the people's devotion to turn into blind faith.
Ang Pilipino ay very religious pero many times napupunta sa fanaticism ang ating religiosity. Ito ay pinakaiingatan natin na sana hindi mangyari.
With regards to the Our Lady of Amor Seco, the Catholic Church's direct involvement thus far was simply to change the name of the image from Our Lady of Amor Seco to Nuestra Señora del Amor. Archbishop Reverend Pasiano Aniceto, who gave the image its new name, did not give us any confirmation on whether or not investigations have been made on the matter.
Stay tuned, for the moment of judgment is at hand. It's been 2 decades and 2 years since the first alleged apparition of Our Lady of Amor Seco. It took our experts a number of days to make a complete analysis of the phenomenon. Will the results show a Marian apparition, or will it expose a malicious deception?
According to the Church, one way of testing the authenticity of an alleged miracle is through the test of time.
Pag ang isang bagay ay tested ng panahon, ito ay nakakadagdag din sa authenticity ng isang bagay, ng isang phenomenon na Kaya maingat ang simbahan dito sa mga bagay na ito. Talagang pinag-aaralan, hindi pwede magkamali.
But longevity doesn't necessarily mean instant approval or acknowledgement from the Church either. Aside from analyzing and reviewing the so-called miracle, it also takes into consideration the actions and pronouncements of the people involved in it.
Yes, so ako mismo, it is not the age of miracles anymore. Ngayon, kung ang tao itong pag-start ng maniwala sa Diyos, so be it. Pero after that, kailangan mag-aral, alamin kung para lalo siya maging mabuting Kristiyano, mabuting Katoliko.
Sa sarili kong opinion siguro, talagang imposible. Kung himala man, sana paghimalaan tayong lahat.
But for the devotees, for as long as their hearts whisper that this is the truth, they will continue to believe.
Sa sarili kong opinion, pag-iisip, at sa sarili kong talaga iniisip. Ito ay talagang authentic, totoo. Kasi sa paglipas ng mga panahon, marami na rin ang mga bagay na nangyari. Sa dami ng mga panahon na yun, 87 hanggang 2007, 20 years na yun. We are now done 22 years na, no? Hindi magtatagal ang isang bagay kung hindi nakaguide ang isang Holy Spirit. At lahat ng mga ginagawa namin ay wala namang masama. Ang lahat ay para sa ikabubuti ng tao, physically, spiritually.
For some, the confirmation of the church is only a bonus. The important thing is, it has done them a lot of good and has changed their lives profoundly.
Tinanong ko po yun, sabi ko, bakit ako po ang napili niyo, sabi niya. Sabi ko, sa dami po ng tao, na marami po siguro mga taong mas igit pa po sa akin. Ang sabi niya, kinakausap daw po ang mga tao pong kinakausap daw po ng banal na espiritu, yung walang masyadong alam sa mundo.
There are those who became more grateful for the love of their lives.
Kaya at least maniwala ka na dahil yung doktor mismo nagsabi na kung hindi yung nasa taas, baka hindi ka rin gumaling. Sabi naman ng doktor, yun ang sinasabi. Kaya ako naniniwala.
And there are also those who find their courage to fight their battles.
Kung ngingiti ka, talagang inaano mo lang yung ngiti mo, ganyan. Pero yung nalaman ko yung ganun, may time na din na lagi kang masaya. Tsaka nagkakaroon ka na rin na pangarap.
To this day, the Nuestra Señora del Amor continues to touch hearts, change lives, and heal people of their physical and spiritual ailment.
Last year, nag-50-50 siya. Bali, 1 month and a half siya sa ICU. Pero sa pananalig niya kay Mama Mary, na-recover siya.
Kasi may nervous ako eh. Pag nandyan, matapang ako. Alam ko hindi niya pababayaan. Maraming nangyari pero I was able to carry them. Yung naging madali, hindi naging mabigat. Lalong-lalo na sa health, sa kalusugan namin.
Inisipin mo lagi na yung ginagawa mo totoo, hindi ka na namimerwisyo ng kapwa, hindi ka nananakit. Yun na lagi mong isipin na wala akong ginagawang masama. Doon ko na lang inaano yung parang hindi na lang ka masaktan.
It will probably take several more centuries before the Catholic Church validates the so-called miracles of the Our Lady of Amarseco. Then again, that approval may never come at all. But change has come to a lot of people, and that in itself is one miracle.
There are many sides to a story, and people have their own versions of reality. When something remarkable happens, people's interpretations will always vary. Because in the grand scheme of things, chances are anything is possible.